Jessup Farms is a 130-year-old farmstead. It's the last intact farmstead in northern Colorado. When we think about some of the founding families of this area, a lot of that history happened here. One of the things that I really love about the vision that Gino and his family have had for this project is that they think about this project not just as a way to build additional buildings or bring on new commercial real estate, but a way to build a legacy.
You know, Gino Campana has the ability to take this big vision and break it into little parts that are doable. Big visions are not easy these days. They're very, very hard. Much easier to build a cookie cutter sort of standard project or have an average vision. That's not Gino.
We wanted to adapt the buildings to uses so that they could be financially stable to an ownership group while being respectful to the history of the project. So to have an element like Jessup Farm be part of a project presented its challenges, but also presented the ability to create something truly unique.
And we had about 140 people who were interested in leasing spaces here. And we had quite the vetting process. And it wasn't necessarily about who's best capitalized. It was about who best fits in the vision of this project, who's going to bring these buildings to life and breathe new life into them.
It's very unique. This sets a vision for what future development can look like. As I look at places within a community like Fort Collins where we're trying to build a sense of place, this certainly has that.
We also decided to include native grasses. People were starting to talk about how do we conserve water, how can we go back to some native grasses to conserve water and reduce our CO2. And we came out of the gate here with like 42 acres of native grasses. No one had ever done that on a private scale before.
Although this site is unique, I think it's replicable. I think this idea of restoring our past and reusing and being more sustainable, and people want to belong to something in their neighborhood and their town center, that really gives people purpose.